And welcome to the Channel Studios in London with your international news around the world in 5. Italy has outlined plans to ease the strict restrictions it imposed 7 weeks ago to curb the spread of the coronavirus. Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte has said that measures will be relaxed from the 4th of May, with people being allowed to visit their relatives in small numbers. Parks, factories and building sites will reopen, but schools will not restart classes until September. It comes as the country recorded its lowest daily death toll in weeks. There were 260 new virus-related deaths on Sunday, the lowest daily figure since the 14th of March. The total is now at 26,644, Europe's highest official toll.
On May 18th, we plan to reopen the retail sector, which serves the manufacturing and construction activities, which will open on May 4th. Wholesale will start from the very beginning, on May 4th, but a commercial outcome will be needed. That's why we plan to open retail on May 18th.
The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has returned to work after recovering from COVID-19. Speaking outside his Downing Street residence a month and a day since testing positive for the virus, he said it was still too dangerous to relax the current lockdown, as that may cause a deadly second outbreak.
And so I know it is tough, and I want to get this economy moving as fast as I can, but I refuse to throw away all the effort and the sacrifice of the British people and to risk a second major outbreak and huge loss of life and the overwhelming of the NHS. And I ask you to contain your impatience, because I believe we are coming now to the end of the first phase of this conflict.
More US states, like here in Georgia, are beginning to lift lockdown orders, even as US leaders say social distancing guidelines will be necessary throughout the summer. The governors warn that life will not quickly return to normal, and that restrictions will remain in some places to keep the virus from resurging. On Friday, the US saw its largest single daily spike in cases, but the infection rate has dropped significantly in several hotspots, including New York, the US epicenter. Ghana's president has extended the ban on public gatherings by 2 more weeks to contain the spread of coronavirus. The directive came into effect on Monday morning. Last week, the president lifted a 3-week lockdown that had been imposed on various parts of the country. Schools and borders remain closed, and the president has urged all Muslims to pray at home during the month of Ramadan. The country has confirmed 1,550 coronavirus cases and 11 deaths. More than 200 doctors from Cuba are due to arrive in South Africa to help fight the virus. The medics left on a plane that first carried a donation of South African medical supplies to the Caribbean island. There are among 1,200 healthcare workers sent to battle COVID-19 in 22 countries that have requested help from the communist state. South Africa is to begin easing strict lockdown restrictions next month. Construction workers have resumed repairs at Paris's Notre Dame Cathedral, which was heavily damaged by fire in April 2019. The enormous task of rebuilding restarted after a break of a month and a half due to the virus outbreak. Delays were initially caused by toxic lead released by the fire, which were then followed by severe winter storms. Speculation over the health of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un continues after media reports spread around the world that he could be incapacitated or even dead following cardiovascular surgery. It's after he was absent from a key state anniversary event 2 weeks ago. The state has never made public who would succeed Kim, and no details are known about his young children. However, his younger sister, Kim Yo-jong, has represented the country in many high-profile foreign trips, and was recently named an alternate member of the ruling Workers' Party Central Committee Politburo earlier this month. And finally, the famous Argentinian DJ Juan Diego Martinez hasn't let social distancing measures silence his music. Every Friday he performs sets on his balcony, with his neighbours for the most part liking the distraction, and often joining in and dancing with flashing lights. He says people have started calling him the balcony DJ due to his performances. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.